Hi everyone, this is Men's here, playing the Tier 8 German tank destroyer, the Rhm Borsig Waffentrager tank destroyer. Now, this tank doesn't have a lot of armor. It's mobile, but not particularly fast. Now, it does have two guns you can choose from, the 12.8 centimeter and the 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter is alright if you like a lot of alpha, but it kind of relies on premium rounds a little bit and not all that accurate and lower rate of fire. The 12.8 centimeter is more reliable, higher penetration, better accuracy, just a little bit lower damage per shot, but 490 damage at tier 8 is still pretty damn good. Now this tank, compared to the other tier 8 German tank destroyers, the Ferdinand and the Jagd Panther 2, it's the worst armored and also durable as far as surviving taking damage of the three. But it's pretty small, decent camo, and it can sustain a lot of firepower. You just don't want to take a lot of damage in this thing. This isn't exactly the best map for a tank like this. I could set up in the north, but I don't have a lot of firing lanes until the enemy decides to push. Could set up in the south, but I'm very close to the enemy down there. So I'm going to take my chances and try to get over to the middle here before anybody pushes up here and I get in trouble. Now, keep in mind this is with 100% crew with all the crew skills at 100%. I'm using a camo net, binocular telescope, and a gun rammer. Okay, there's an IS-3 here. Which I'm aware that he knows I'm there. So I don't necessarily want to just pop out. I'm going to see if he's going to move any bit. There's people coming up behind him, so it's going to wait. No point in me popping out and taking damage right now and then. Although those people, for whatever reason, are not moving. It's a little strange because they're not taking any damage. And they gave the enemy the chance to kind of react to them. Okay, that Tiger 2 sees me. Not sure if he sees me now, but probably should have hit that Hellcat, but whatever. Not a huge mistake there. See if I can get a hit on that Hellcat. Now the 12.8 centimeter, even though it's lower alpha than the 15 centimeter, 490 is freaking excellent at tier 8. You're not going to have any trouble with dealing with any tanks you come across with it. Sorry, AMX-12T. You shouldn't have popped out there against the Tiger 2. I just don't want to pop out there again because artillery had shot at me there. So I'll wait for this T-44. Never mind, he was smart and he held off. Okay, now we got a shot here. Trick of this tank is, with maps like this where you can't exactly set up at far ranges, just really, you have to pick your time at when you're going to be popping out. That was a little bit of a mistake there. Just going to let him by, and then going to keep pushing on here. But always be aware that when you're seen, a lot of people are going to start pointing towards you because you have such a good gun on this. There's this Tiger 2 here. I've got to be aware of. There's also artillery, and I'm dead. Yeah, that was my fault there. I should have took that shot and instantly started pulling back here, but this goes to show you this thing is very weak, and unfortunately those ISU 152s back there camping got me. I should have pushed a little further over here to negate them. But yeah, fortunately, 1 or 2 mistakes in this tank is all it takes for you to get destroyed, and it's just something where it's kind of hard to learn this tank as a new player. It's very good if you know maps well. Even if you know maps well, it can still be pretty difficult. But you really have to know your maps, keep an eye on the enemy team, and also know when you can and can't move around and be safe doing that way. Now, I don't get why the IS-3 and Panther II are freaking paying so much attention to those tank destroyers. They're not any threat now. They've dropped off the edge. But whatever, they're paying attention to tanks that can't really do anything to us. But we should win regardless, thanks to that Firefly and now Cromwell. I made a few mistakes, I'll admit that. Let's just get these mission things out of the way. Regardless of that, still, I somehow managed to do the most amount of damage on my team, 2,645. Hit 6 out of 6 shots, penetrated them all, still made a decent profit. Now, like I was saying, you have 2 gun options here. 15 centimeter, it'll appeal to some people, but 12.8 centimeter is where it's at in this tank. It's just there's no real downside to the 12.8 centimeter. And it plays very well since you don't have a lot of hit points, not a lot of armor, and you're kind of built to be a support tank with a very reliable gun. Now, compared to the other tier 8s, not the same name for the 12.8 centimeter gun. However, as you're going to see here, they have nearly identical stats across them. This one's for the Ferdinand over here. However, it has a higher rate of fire than the Ferdinand, and compared to the Jagged Panther II, also a higher rate of fire. So it has the best firepower out of them all. But unfortunately, as you see here, Jagged Panther II, a little bit more hit points. Ferdinand, more hit points as well, and armor. And the Borsig is the lowest of them all. So let's hop into another battle here. See if we can get a kind of different map. Maybe steps or something, I don't know. Let's see. Mountain Pass, you can kind of work with this. At least there's a few more firing lanes, but at the same time, any real place on Mountain Pass when you fire, someone's going to see you if you're pointing directly at them and shooting at them, unfortunately. Now, the other side, I could set up in D2 and kind of sit there and fire down into H5, and they wouldn't be able to spot me from that distance. But from this side, you're kind of screwed until they rework Mountain Pass. They have said that they're going to look into balancing the sides a little bit, because the northern side gets really good shots into the southern side trying to cross. I feel like all they really have to do is kind of round this corner off a little bit and chip off a little bit of it, and it'll be perfect. Okay, so while this tank isn't fast, it's also not that slow. You're not going to keep up with light tanks, of course, and most mediums. However, you're not very large, and you're still mobile enough to get around the map to where you need to be. Now, never stop here, regardless of what tank you're in. It's not something you want to do, because you're definitely going to take a lot of damage by doing that. He got whacked. Wonder where the hell he got shot from. Now I'm still just going to keep pushing up here. We have all these lights and mediums with not a lot of firepower up here, so I'm going to push up a little bit to help them. And they're taking even more damage from right around there, it seems like. Shit, that guy is pushing across. Don't know if I'll have shot on him, but just wanted to try before I was going to get shot by these guys. I don't have a lot of gun depression, which is a little unfortunate. But we'll see if I can get this T-25. But I do need to start paying attention to my immediate threats here. Okay, crap. No, let him push into you. Someone shoot that panther for me? Or let him shoot you? And of course I missed. That was a bad shot on my part. I have a feeling like somebody's gonna pop back up here though. Okay, now there's that T-54 net. It's just our guys in the middle need help. And unfortunately, don't push now, Leopard. What the fuck, man? It's like, let's kind of hold back. As long as they don't push into us, we're fine. I kind of screwed up my traverse here. Got a shot on him, just gotta wait. Of course I missed. I took that a little too soon. And I'm kind of screwing myself over here now. My team's not exactly falling back and waning. And I hit him at a fucked up angle. Yeah, I'm just kind of frustrated myself because I knew my team was not gonna pull back and wane. But instead of staying there with them, I took the chance of them kind of playing it smart, and it didn't really work out that way. All they had to do was pull back with me, and they would have been fine. But fortunately, I'm a little stuck now. See if I can help out a little bit. Go, let's get him down. He just fired, so I should have a shot on him. Okay, and now I don't. Unless he stays right there. Shit. Yeah, that was a mistake on my part. But I should have a shot on him now. And unfortunately, I don't have a lot of HP, but let's see if that matters here. I have a feeling like they went back to base, all of them. Dude, they turned around. I know we don't have a lot of HP, but we don't have a lot of time to spare here, and we're all low HP, even the guys over there. they still have the upper hand, unfortunately. Nice shot. I don't have a shot here. And unfortunately, I didn't have a shot on the two guys with cat points. I made a few mistakes there, and I probably could play it a little differently, but sometimes you can't really trust people to do what you're thinking. I thought the mediums, I think the Comet and whoever was with me, the Leopard prototype, were going to pull back when I was kind of pinging. The middle of the map needs help. Had we just taken out those two lights with them, we would have opened up the middle. They would have had better time chasing down the people going to the cap, and then we could turn back. But that was just a failed effort on my part. So overall, didn't do a ton of damage, but destroyed 5 tanks. This tank's very good at dealing damage, but not necessarily good at taking it and being flexible. The mobility is just high enough to get to where you need to be, and very good gun options. Just don't expect to be able to take a lot of damage in this thing. I was lucky to where I saw I had a few destroyed tanks I could hide behind, and that really saved me. Had they not been there, would have been a different story. I would have been dead. So anyway, thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my website, wattguru.com, for World of Tanks. And for World of Warships, you can check out mensgaming.com/World of Warships. Thanks for watching.